What's going on, everybody? Yooper here, and today I'm going to show you how I make my snake hides out of plastic bowls that I pick up from the Dollar General. Let's get to it. Okay, so there's a few things you need when making these. First, you need the proper size bowl. I use these for young sub-adults. We have some for small little hatchlings, and we have real big ones for your big snakes. Now, my biggest snakes fit inside of this thing perfectly. I couldn't even tell you what size bowl it is. It's a 197 fluid ounce bowl, this one is, and they fit in there perfect. These mediums are a 45 fluid, and I couldn't tell you what the little tiny ones are, unfortunately. Sorry. So the first thing you're going to need is a bowl. You're going to need a well ventilated room, and this room has a fan that you can probably hear in the background. Let me shut it off so you can tell the difference, because I like to use a old wood burner. I use this thing to poke the holes in my bins, and I also use it to make these snake hides. These things work great because they cut through it pretty well, and also when you have a rough edges you can kind of smooth them out, which works rather nicely. So, real simple. I will pick a spot on this bowl that I think, okay, that's where about the height that I want the top of it, and I will go straight through it. And then I will kind of saw and push a little pressure in the direction I want to go. Until I get the width that I'm looking for. Sorry if this is real loud in your ear, I don't mean that. And then once I get a nice little top line, I can set it down, and let me see if I can get a better angle at this. I love this old tripod. But once I have the angle that I'm looking for, I will hold it down on some cardboard or something that you're not going to burn the bottom, and I'll just apply pressure in the direction that I want to go. And as you see, it cuts through there pretty easily, pretty nicely and smoothly, and it leaves a nice rounded smooth edge, so it isn't sharp when your snake's going in and out of it. And I'll just apply pressure and let it do the work. You don't want to push too hard, you want it to do all the work for you. And I'll get right down to the bottom there. Now, I don't cut all the way through it yet. As you can see, I don't cut all the way through it yet. I leave that little lip, and that's because when I'm putting pressure on this side going down, I don't want it to be all flimsy. So same thing on this side. I'll get a little bit of an angle, and I will just apply pressure and let it do all the work for me. And you just keep holding it there, and eventually it will get all the way to the bottom. I hope this is in the view. Okay, and then once I get all the way down to the bottom, then I can go ahead and slowly cut the lip of it off. I'll go to the other side, and I'll do the same thing. Let the tool do all the work for you. Makes it real easy. Boom. Now, this one's a little bit ugly, but that's okay. And then after I get it done, you see there's some little hang-arounds that like to stay on there, and I kind of rub over it just to smoothen it all out, so there's no sharp edges whatsoever. And I'll do that all the way around the cut. And it just makes it nice and smooth, and it makes a nice little hide for your snake. And that's pretty much how I do it. Now I've got two of them that I got to make, so we will do one more. And hopefully I will get this all on camera good enough for you. So I will pick my top that I want to start at. I'll let the tool go through it. I'll apply a little pressure to the right. You want to be careful. Every time I use a soldering gun, I always burn myself. I'm just prone to burning myself. So just make sure you're really careful. And make sure you're using a good ventilated room, because you are cutting plastic here, and you don't want those fumes to be inhaled by yourself or your snakes. So you don't want to do this in the same room that you have your snakes or your other animals or anything like that. Nice ventilated room. I'm using my frozen thawed rat room. This is just where I keep my freezer, and eventually when I start breeding my rats, I will keep the rat food and stuff like that in here as well. Remember, we don't want to go all the way through down there at the bottom. And we on the other side, let the tool do the work. That's the most important thing. Let the tool do the work. You don't need to do too much applying of the pressure, just let it burn and cut through there. And again, it leaves nice smooth edges. Pretty quick and easy way to do it. These bowls are pretty darn cheap at that. Okay, so we're down at the bottom of that. We can go ahead and make our cut through the bottom. Do the cut at the bottom at the other side. Again, letting the tool do the work. Bingo. And then we will just pick it up and we'll smooth out any of the sharp edges, which this one don't really have too many of them. Pretty nice. And you have yourself a little hide. Quick, easy little hide for cheap. Alright, so there we have it. We got a couple hides set up. I needed a few for my pastel hat clowns. And got some little ones. Works right up to the big ones. So that's how I do my hides. I hope this video helps somebody. Be watching for tomorrow's video. That's all I'm going to say about that. And I hope you all have an amazing day. Please like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell, let you know when I upload a video. And as always, I love you all. CB bye.